Jack Elam was one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood, known for his wild, misaligned eye and his knack for playing villains. With a career spanning over 200 film and television appearances, he became an icon of Western cinema. But behind that crooked grin and piercing stare was an actor whose career was forever altered by one role that was both his crowning achievement and his curse. Born in Miami, Arizona, in 1920, Elam's life was shaped by hardship and resilience. At the age of 12, he lost sight in his left eye after being accidentally stabbed with a pencil during a fight at a Boy Scouts meeting. This left him with his signature wandering eye, an injury that might have ended most acting dreams before they began. But Elam wasn't interested in Hollywood back then. He was more focused on surviving the Great Depression, working odd jobs to support his family. Before entering showbiz, Elam worked as an accountant, even serving as a bookkeeper for the Hollywood film industry. But the world of movies was never far away. He became acquainted with producers and actors through his accounting work, eventually realizing he could earn more in front of the camera than behind the books. His unusual appearance, combined with his sharp wit, made him a natural fit for villainous roles, and he quickly found himself typecast as the bad guy. Throughout the 1950s and early 60s, Elam became a fixture in westerns, appearing in classics like High Noon, Gunfight at the OK Corral, and Rawhide. He played countless outlaws, bandits, and crooked lawmen, bringing a sinister charm to every character. His lazy eye gave him an unsettling, almost supernatural presence that directors loved. Yet, despite his growing fame, Elam was stuck playing one-dimensional villains. Hollywood saw him as a menacing face, not a nuanced actor. Then came Once Upon a Time in the West, 1968. Directed by Sergio Leone, this spaghetti western is now considered one of the greatest films of the genre, renowned for its epic storytelling and unforgettable visuals. Leone cast Elam as Snakey, one of 3 gunmen sent to ambush Charles Bronson's character, Harmonica, at a desolate train station. The scene is legendary. Almost 10 minutes of tense silence, broken only by the sounds of creaking leather, buzzing flies, and a distant windmill. Elam steals the scene without saying a word. He sits lazily, his mismatched eyes wandering as he tries to catch a fly in the barrel of his gun. It's a moment of absurd humor that suddenly turns deadly serious. When the train finally arrives, the tension snaps, leading to a brutal, lightning-fast gunfight. Leone's camera lingers on Elam's face, capturing every twitch and flicker of emotion before his character is gunned down. This opening sequence is often hailed as one of the greatest in cinema history. Leone's genius was in casting Elam alongside Woody Strode and Al Mulock, 2 other character actors known for playing villains. By giving them almost no dialogue, Leone let their faces tell the story, using close-ups and subtle gestures to build an atmosphere of impending violence. Elam's crooked grin and wandering eye made him the standout, embodying pure menace with a touch of dark humor. Once Upon a Time in the West was a critical and commercial success, cementing Leone's status as a master of the Western genre. For Elam, however, the role came with unintended consequences. His performance was so chilling, so perfectly villainous, that it typecast him for the rest of his career. Casting directors couldn't see him as anything other than a sinister outlaw. The offers that followed were all variations of the same character, ruthless, cold-hearted, and devoid of depth. It was a frustrating turn of events for Elam, who had proven his range in earlier roles. In films like Kansas City Confidential and The Sundowners, he showed a talent for comedy and even played sympathetic characters. But after Once Upon a Time in the West, he was locked into the role of the grinning villain. The industry's narrow vision denied him the chance to explore more complex parts. Determined not to be boxed in, Elam turned to television, where he found greater creative freedom. In Alias Smith and Jones, he played the lovable con man, Uncle Jesse, blending humor with heart. In The Texas Wheelers, he portrayed a grumpy yet endearing father figure, showing his talent for comedic timing. These roles revealed a side of Elam that Hollywood had long ignored, a charismatic character actor capable of more than just menace. Despite his success on TV, the film industry continued to see him as a villain. Offers grew scarce, and Elam was rarely given the opportunity to play layered, complex characters. It was a bitter irony for an actor whose talent was overshadowed by his own face. Yet, Elam never lost his sense of humor or his love for the craft. In his later years, he embraced his status as a cult icon, appearing in comedic westerns like Support Your Local Sheriff and The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again. These films allowed him to parody his own villainous persona, poking fun at the image that had once limited his career. Audiences loved him for it, and he became a beloved figure in American pop culture. Jack Elam passed away in 2003, leaving behind a legacy as one of Hollywood's most unforgettable character actors. His performance in Once Upon a Time in the West remains a masterclass in understated menace, influencing generations of actors who followed. Yet, it's also a cautionary tale of typecasting, a reminder of how one iconic role can define a career for better or worse. Today, Jack Elam is remembered as more than just a villain. He was a pioneer of character acting, a man whose lazy eye and crooked grin became symbols of a bygone era of westerns. But behind that sinister face was an artist of incredible range, humor, and heart. His career may have been shaped by one role, but his legacy is far more complex, a testament to the power of performance and the enduring magic of cinema. Jack Elam's career is a fascinating journey of talent, typecasting, and triumph. His performance in Once Upon a Time in the West remains legendary, but it also defined him in a way he never expected. Yet, instead of letting Hollywood's narrow vision hold him back, he reinvented himself on television and in comedy, proving that even the most iconic villains have a heart. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Jack Elam's life and career, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more untold Hollywood stories. What's your favorite Jack Elam role? Do you think he was unfairly typecast? Or did his unique look make him perfect for those villainous roles?